First of all, Assalamu alaikum everyone, and good afternoon from Malaysia. Firstly, it is my great honor and pleasure to be part of this career counseling learning experience. I've been part of HR Valley since 2016, founded by my mentor, MBR, uh, well known as Muhammad Basit Rana, a man of vision for his knowledge. A brief introduction, he has over 20 years work experience and he has been associated with a number of organizations in the managerial position, both in UAE and in Pakistan. And my brief introduction, well, my name is Aizza Anwar. Currently, I'm a PhD student of Human Resource Management in University of Sains, Malaysia, serving in my school, both as an administrative position, which is known as GA, and also I'm a president of a student body of my school. Whereas in Pakistan, I'm a faculty member, lecturer, and I am associated with University of Management and Technology based in Lahore. With us, we have a speaker. He is associate professor in international business. He is also a faculty member in University of Sains, Malaysia. He has received his PhD from Netherlands. He is an enthusiastic person, took several initiatives to share his knowledge on global platforms and have adopted and polished a number of students with the leadership skills. And he has been active member in organizing international and local events and program for the student across Asean. So I will ask Professor Dr. Anis, and with that, before handing over to him, I would request all the participants that Dr. Anis likes a very interactive session, so your questions are welcome during the session. However, we have a limitation, which is a language barrier. So it is preferred that you ask the questions in English. However, if you are more comfortable in asking question in your language, which is Urdu, please let me know. I will facilitate you with helping you with conversion of language. And along with that, Dr. Anis, I hand it over to you. And I
All
will
right.
share.
Good. Assalamu alaikum, and thank you very much, Aizza, for the introduction. And also, yeah, on the other side, the director of MBR HR, Wale, sir. Assalamu alaikum, and nice to see you. Nice to see you. And then, it is only online on Zoom meeting. I always use WebEx meeting actually, but because of Zoom, I always have issues. All right, never mind. Let us start. Well, actually, I'm trying to make it because it is almost 3 o'clock in Malaysia. It is on Sunday, and then I'm trying to make it as interactive as it can be. So you can ask me question during my talk, and then if you want to ask question in Urdu, and then Aizza can translate that. But I believe all of you speak English very well. All right. Wonderful. So my title today, which I discussed with Aizza, is the Career Management Intervention in the 21st Century Global Perspective. Aizza, next one, please. So what is career management? Ladies and gentlemen, so career management is conscious planning of one's activities and engagement in the job one undertakes in the course of his life for better fulfillment, growth, and financial stability. Meaning that the person itself has to plan what are the activities and engagement that he or she wants to take during his job in order to make his job becoming better fulfillment and growth, and of course, for the job stability and financial stability. So it's a sequential process that starts from an understanding of oneself. Of course, by doing this career management, it is not based on the company. Of course, the company and organization has to do their part, but most part has to be done or carried out by the person or by the student itself. All right. So the process of career management begin with the formulation of goals and objective of short term, and it's meant to be achieved in the short run. All right. So we try to make the objective in the short term, and we try to make it better, and we try to improve ourselves in order for make it our career management. All right. So there are a few steps with the career management process. And the first step is that, ladies and gentlemen, we have to formulation of goals and objectives that are short term, right? Not long term yet. So this is a tedious task compared to a long term career goal, which is more of visionary in nature. So we try to plan, for example, in a few months or in 1 year, what are we going to do, right? Of course, yeah, I know that those of you who are sitting in the office, all of you are lecturers, correct? Or you are admin officers, and those are following on the YouTube, maybe they are students, right? So yeah, for us, for lecturers or for admin officers, we have our KPIs and we know of what to do. So that would be our short-term goals. And for student, of course, yeah, you're following your semesters. So your short-term goals at the end of the semester, for example, if you're following classes or courses, then you have to say that I want to get all A's, straight A's in all my subjects. So that is your short-term, right? If you're writing a thesis, will take 2 semesters or 3 semesters. Then we say that my end goal is trying to finish the thesis and write a good thesis. So second step in career management process is it demands achievement on every day, meaning that every moment. Uh, we have to set up very small, tiny achievement, right? For every day, for our daily life. For example, our director Sahab also, yeah, by doing this webinar, it is an achievement, right? For example, yeah, we're following a webinar or we are writing a chapter or not even a chapter, we are writing a paragraph also. That is also called as, or you call that as your achievement on that day, right? Even a small paragraph contain of a few sentences, especially for Aizza, the PhD student, and other PhD student, by writing a few paragraph or just one paragraph a day, that is your achievement already. All right. Can we move to the next one, Aizza? All right, the third step is evaluation of the career management plan for ensuring that progress is being made or there is a need to introduce some changes in the later, right? So we need to evaluate ourselves along the way, right? Of course, yeah, in the internet, there are so many various career assessment tests or tools to choose career path that are intended with one likes and dislike and strengths and weaknesses. So we need to know what are our likes, what are our dislikes, and what are our strengths and what are our weaknesses. Can we move to next one? Sadaf, is this your lunchtime? Madam Sadaf? I'm sorry, this is 12 o'clock in Pakistan, right?
No, it's not at lunchtime right now.
Okay, usually at what time is lunchtime in Pakistan?
It's around 1 or 2 p.m.
Okay, all right, very good. In Malaysia, usually we take lunch around 12. All
All
right,
right.
I would like everybody. I'm not sure how many are following us on YouTube. Do you have any information on that, Sadaf? How many people are following us on YouTube?
I'm not following on YouTube right now. I'm just on
Okay, all
Zoom.
right. Okay, all right. On Zoom, there are only 8 participants, right? Including me and Aizza. That would be 10. So I would like everyone, if you have access to your handphone or laptop, can we go to this website? You just click 16personalities.com. Aizza, can
Also,
you also go to that slide? To the website 16 personality. I think you just have to type, just Google and then type 16personalities.com. Sadaf, would you like to do the same?
I
Sadia
can do
and
it from
Mr.
my mobile. Otherwise, I have to share my screen.
Okay. All right. I would like everybody to do this test if possible. Jawairia, are you?
if I take the test, my results will be on YouTube forever.
Okay, Mr.
Sir, I am
Ali.
with you. I am hearing you.
Okay, all right. Okay, if you can do this, okay, everyone, maybe yeah, if you cannot do it right now, maybe you can do it afterwards, but you just maybe copy and paste that. The website link is 16personalities.com. It's free personality test, right? So you can take this on your, maybe we cannot do it now, maybe we can do it on your free time. And then at the end, there are about 50 questions or so. At the end of the test will tell you what are your likes, what are your dislikes, what are your personalities. So what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses? So you can develop further about yourself on this, right? Good. Yeah, maybe we cannot do it now. Maybe afterwards, after this, you can do it. So you can see. They can also give you at the end of that. They can tell you either you are just a hero type, you are antagonist, or you are someone that's a little bit shy or something like that. But you can improve better. All right. So let us not do it now. But I would like you to remember the webpage 16personalities.com. And there are also other career assessment tests, for example, SDI. I think SDI you need to pay a little bit. And that's another one. It is called as multiple intelligence. This is also free of charge. Maybe Aizza can send you the slides afterwards so you can have my slide. All right, Aizza, can we move to the next one?
Yes.
Okay, okay, this is, I'm sharing what Aizza have mentioned to me. So the onus of career management is more on the individual self than the employer, right? Meaning that we have to take the responsibility of what our future will be and our career management, right? I think before when I started my career, I didn't do so good plan. Just later of the career, then I started to realize that yeah, I have to do something, right? And I hope that for those the young ones, like Madam Sadaf and the other person, all right. I'm trying to find the name Jawaria, Sadia, and Sadaf Bushari. Oh, there are two Sadaf. Sorry, Sadaf Bushari and Sadaf Alim. Maybe because you are younger than me, so maybe you can plan beforehand. Or right now, you can also plan what are the things that I want to do in my career so that I can progress so well, so I will be in a higher position at the later career of my life. All right. So ensuring personal development in terms of skill, competencies, change in attitude with times, things one may need to take care of one owns, right? Sometimes, I think we change throughout our life. We change here and there to adapt and adjust with this and with that, right? So I think that also when we adjusting our life, we also need to adjust our career, or maybe we move to another place, we move to another company, or we move to other universities. Uh, that will also impact a lot of our career, right? Of course, if we start with a new company or a new university, we need to restart a lot of things in our career. For example, we need to create new friends. Of course, you have new bosses or new boss, and then you have maybe you don't have to teach the same courses. You need to teach other classes or other courses that you have to adjust. You have to learn new things also, right? And that will be a turn or a new turn in your life at the same time. So by doing that, I mean, of course, when we change to a new job or we change to a new company, then the short-term and long-term goals, we need to be evaluated from time to time. All right, next one. Next slide, career intervention. Okay, that was career intervention. That was career management and also career intervention. We need these career interventions. What are career interventions? Career interventions are activities designed to explore and enhance a person's career development by helping the person make, implement, and benefit from a variety of career decisions. So the most common one include career counseling, assessment interpretation, group counseling, group assessment, interpretation, career workshops, career classes, computer-assisted career guidance system, and counselor-free intervention. But of course, yeah, these are the things that can help us to improve or to move forward our career. Career counseling, of course, yeah, some big companies, they have in the HR section where there is a career counselor, and then assessment interpretation, group counseling, group assessment, meaning that we are following the continuous training with the company, or yeah, the trainings outside. And most of the time we would prefer the training provided by the companies. But I'm not going to talk about this career intervention today, because yeah, I believe there are so many topics to be discussed. So in my discussion today, I will focus only for two things, right? That is digital leadership and also soft skill development in the era of online thinking. Okay, all right. So yeah, digital leadership is a topic being suggested by Aizza itself. So what is man?
Before going further, may I ask a question, sir?
Yes, yes, please. Who is that? Who is
This is
asking me?
Mahbub Ali Naij. Mahbub
Yes,
Ali Naij.
yes, Mr. Mahbub. Go ahead.
What kind of the counseling free intervention? Before, can you go please backslide? Can you go please backslide?
Or the counselor-free
Yeah.
intervention?
What kind of counselor free interventions? Yes. What kind of
Okay,
these activities might be
okay. This has the person
counselor
has
free
to,
interventions?
right, meaning that counseling intervention, the person can take action by himself or herself, right? By following, for example, this webinar, right? By following this webinar is considered as counselor-free intervention. You're following something or to get new information in order to improve yourself, right? Or you can follow classes or training. That is counselor-free intervention, meaning that you just follow just to get information and not to be guided by somebody. Is that clear, Mr. Mahbub?
Yes, clear.
All right, thank you so much.
Can those interventions be beneficial for the person? Would be those interventions taken by himself would be effective?
I cannot hear. It's not that clear. Are you asking me questions?
He's coming. He's
No, that is related with that. Without any
Okay.
counselor, if a counselee gets any kind of intervention, would be the impact would be fine for those interventions, or that would be not so effective? What you say about it?
Oh, okay. Of course, sir. Because yeah, when you learn, for example, you're following webinar, right? You're following classes through online. When there is no examination or not anything like that, so you just improve by yourself. I mean, you get new knowledge, new ideas, because it will improve you in terms of new theories, new stories. Because when you listen to new stories, new ideas, and new things, it will improve you as a person, right? It will improve you in terms of your soft skills, your knowledge in management, and then your knowledge in a lot of subjects. Not necessarily we have to have a counselor to guide us to do this and do that, or when we following classes, there's a lecturer doing this and that. But we can take the initiative to expand ourselves and take a better or longer step and try to find the extra knowledge in order to get useful information about certain things. Because by following webinar for 1 hour or 2 hours, or by following classes also, by having only one subject to discuss within 1 or 2 hours, definitely we cannot discuss so many things. But at least when you're following these lectures or webinar, it trigger you some ideas. It trigger you some interest on some topics that you have to search by yourself, right? Meaning that is a counselor free, meaning that you are trying to get more information by yourself and not necessarily by guided by guidance by somebody else. All right, sir. Okay, good. So yeah, this is
Right.
this is also
Thank you.
digital leader is a new topic. Mr. Mahbub. Okay, thank you
Yes,
so
it's
much, sir.
fine, sir.
Okay,
It's
all right.
fine. Go ahead.
He's saying it's fine.
Okay, all right. So yeah, digital leaders, digital leadership, can we go to the previous slide, Aizza? Okay, yeah. So this is just you can see that leadership, also the goal, teamwork, direction, strategy, success, communication, solution, partnership, and vision. So what is the next slide, Aizza? So a digital leader is an individual or organization with the know-how, right? Open-mindedness and adaptability to incorporate the latest technology into their business practices and overall life. All right. So yeah, this will get to individual with know-how, of course, yeah, and then open-minded, meaning that when we have to accept and maybe trigger something new, and we have to adapt, incorporate the latest technology. All right, into business practices. Next one, Aizza. So digital leadership is the strategic use of a company's digital assets to achieve business goals. Of course, yeah, digital access owned by companies, if being provided to everyone, is very good. And this can be dealt with both organizationally and at individual level. Meaning that, yeah, by having a webinar, by having meeting like this, it can be both organizationally and at individual level. We can use the facilities provided by the company. So an effective digital leader will be aware of the business goals and knows how their job responsibilities to support it, right? So you have to be aware of the business goal. So yeah, this is look like a cartoon a little bit, but it gives very interesting information. It says that in 2013, 14, 40% of the world's population is online. But I believe that in 2020, how many of you knows? Anybody knows of how many percentage of the world population is online? That was the data in 2013. That is 40%. Any idea? Sadia Arif,
Can you please repeat the question?
After pandemic, I think it increased a lot.
definitely it increased a lot because everybody need to use this. Either you like it or not, everybody have
It
to
must
be,
be double, I guess. It must be double,
yes, I
more
think
than double.
maybe 80%, maybe, yes. Even the school kids in Malaysia,
I
I'm
think
talking
it's around
about
60% right now.
60, yeah, 60, 70, or maybe more.
Yeah,
For example, I think also in Pakistan, even the students at the primary school and high school, they have to follow classes online, right? Correct?
Yes, they're having online classes, all of
Yes.
them,
Yes.
starting
Meaning that,
from nursery till the higher grades, till the university students even.
correct. Even my daughter, age 5 years old, also have to follow classes online. But of course, yeah, with the kids, they cannot concentrate that much on online with the young kids. But of course, yeah, there is pro and cons of using online classes and everything like that. But then Malaysia starting last week, we have started the classes, the physical classes, because yeah, everybody not because not everybody have the facilities of this, yeah, the laptop or the handphone, and then if they have, maybe it's not enough. One family may have 3 or 4 kids going to school, and how are they going to share the laptops and how they going to share the handphone? So yeah, so Malaysia started the physical classes starting last week. So students are going to physical classes back. So the new currency, if you can follow me, in the center part, I mean the gold, the coins. The new currency are likes, follows, shares, and views. So these are the new currency for digital leadership. So yeah, when we go to Facebook, when we go to Instagram, when we go to Twitter or any other things. So yeah, we need to, maybe we like to follow, we like to share the views shared by somebody, all right? So when you share other people's ideas or other people's pictures and things like that, so what are your values? So what is your story? Or you share yourself, your own story, right? So the great leaders usually they listen, they open to new ideas, they engage, they build trust, tell the story, and they inspire. Yeah, maybe when you are working physically in the organization or at office, you can talk directly to the employees. But then, yeah, when some of you are working online, yeah, maybe the fastest way to share ideas or to share news is through WhatsApp. In Pakistan, everybody is using WhatsApp too, I believe. Or WhatsApp. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we're using
Yeah,
WhatsApp.
okay. All right. Like for example, if you go to Thailand or if you go to China, they don't use WhatsApp. For example, in Thailand, people like to communicate with Facebook. So they put a lot of information, they share stories in Facebook. So when you ask them about their WhatsApp number, nobody has that. The same thing with China, right? I have a few students from China. Um, so when I send messages to the group, yeah, some of them didn't check because they are not using WhatsApp. So they have to check their e-learning portal.
We are expert in both.
Alhamdulillah, that is very good.
Yeah, we are expert in.
Very good, sir. Yeah, India, Pakistan, you are always good with this, which is very nice. So digital attitudes, yeah, maybe for baby, teenager, adults, and we are adults, so we know, we have the gadgets, we have everything like that. So yeah, when you put a lot of stories in your Facebook, in your Instagram, in WhatsApp, and everything, so usually your brand is whatever people say about you, right? You're putting a brand on yourself. So when you share stories, when you share ideas, it tells about you, all right? So you branding yourself indirectly. Um, there is news today, yeah, it's not a good news today in Malaysia. Um, a man, yeah, should I share this? I think I should, yeah. A man uh, shot dead his wife yesterday, right? In Malaysia, you seldom heard about this, but it happened yesterday in Malaysia. But then before doing that, the man shared his stories in the Facebook, saying this and that about the wife. So actually, he is making himself the person that is guilty by charge. I mean, the police easily access his Facebook and get his information of what he had been saying for the last few days before he killed his wife. So yeah, sometimes people they put stories for other people to know, but this actually lead them to to their own pitfall, which is not that good actually. Yeah, I was very shocked also when I read the stories today, but that is what happened. All right. So the last thing, if you look on that side, there's no gold medal for being most negative. But of course, yeah, we try to be positive in our life and try to put things in the try to put positive things to share in the web. All right. Good. Next one, Isaiah. So these are the pillars of digital leadership, everyone. So student engagement and learning. Of course, yeah, they are following classes online, even though student definitely student do not like to, some students do not like to go online, and we lecturers also at the same time we do not like to go online. Of course, yeah, because we sometimes because we are not being trained on how to conduct classes online. Correct, Mr. Mahbub? Mr. Mahbub Sahab? Or maybe you are far away from the handphone, the microphone. But
Yes, yes,
yeah, yes. When we started this online thing, most of the lecturers are not being trained on how to deliver the lectures online, right? Like for example, me also, sometimes I don't feel comfortable by just looking at the laptop and then try to say something and then as if you're talking to yourself, right? But with this, yeah, of course, yeah, I'm trying to go up and down so I can see who are following, and then I can see all of you are in a room, in an office, and then I can see direction of Sadaf, Alim, and then yeah, those who on the video, we can see them, right? Then we can interact with them a little bit. But sometimes, yeah, in classes also, students will not on their video, so we do not know what are they doing, right? Student can, yeah, do whatever they want. They can, yeah. Sometimes we also, when we follow webinar, we on the webinar, but then we are busy with other things, right? We answer our WhatsApp, and we check our Facebook, and then for lecturers, maybe we are checking the thesis of our student at the same time, right? We cannot focus like 100% on the webinar unless if you're sitting in a setup office like what you're doing now, right? In the HR Wale office. So by doing that, everybody is just focusing on one thing. If you're by yourself in a room, right? Or if you're talking to your student, definitely try to call their name. For those who are not on their video, then we know that, oh, they are not, even though
We are
their
very
name is
serious
there.
students and we are really focused on our lecture.
Even though their name is there, but when the video is off, definitely we don't know what they're doing, right? So that is why in my classes, I make it compulsory for the student to on their video.
Sir, we are listening to you. Don't worry.
Yes, thank you so much.
We are listening. Yes, sir.
Paying full attention towards you.
Right. I mentioned to my student, if you don't on the video, I will minus 5% of your final mark, of your final grade. So yeah, everybody
We
started on their video.
are very, sir, we are very serious students of learning. So that's why I have opened my video as well. We are on it.
For example, the undergraduate, of course, you can easily controlling that. They can say that on your video, please, and they will on. I'm also teaching master class online, and this master class is starting at 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. Once a week. Because some of the master students, they are doing this part-time, so they are working at the same time. And I have about 40 students in the master class, and only 10 to 15 of them will on the video. And then when I ask what are the rest of you are doing, of course they will not answer me. They will not on the video, so they will just chat with me. They will say, "Yeah, we are working right now." Well, you cannot blame them, right? Right? Because yeah, the factories sometimes they are working on shift. So their shift sometimes start from 6 o'clock until maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, 6 p.m. until 2 a.m. in the morning, or sometimes their shift start at 3 p.m. until 10 p.m. at night. So we cannot force them. But of course, yeah, they are adult learners. We cannot force them that much. All right, so I have touched about the learning spaces and environment. And I think last week, I have followed one webinar in Indonesia. They mentioned that even though the student, actually the student don't even have a laptop or handphone, yes, because yeah, the condition in Indonesia, they have 270 million people living in Indonesia, and then they have 17,000 islands. So the connection is not that good in the internet connection. And one of the speakers said that let us not talk about the laptop or about the handphone that the student have in order to access the online classes. These students don't even have rooms in their house, or the student doesn't even have a table to study or to put their handphone or to put their laptop while following classes. So that is the stage where I think in Pakistan also, because I have a few PhD students from Pakistan, and one of my students is doing a research on the schools outside in the very in the village area of Pakistan. So we can see the classes, right? We can see the schools. They don't even have tables. They don't even have things. Sometimes don't even have table and chairs to put the laptop on. So yeah, let us not talk about the laptop and the handphone, but the facilities, the real facilities that student needs are not even being met by the parents and also by the government. All right. So yeah, digital leadership also is of course
What is the
professional.
area of focus that sir? What is the area
One
of
more time,
focus
sir.
of that study? Who is being taken on schools in Pakistan?
Oh, it's about the yeah.
The,
Sorry, yeah. Suddenly, yeah, the title lost from out from my mind. But it's about the school and they're being attacked by terrorists. Terrorist attack in school in Pakistan. That is the title of the PhD. All right.
Great.
So yeah, he had been visiting remote areas. His name is Mr. Uber. Has been visiting schools in the remote areas to see how come these schools are easily being attacked by the terrorists compared to other schools. And then when he took some pictures and then he showed the pictures to me, uh, then of course yeah, with the condition, with the secluded area, uh, with the safety like that, of course yeah, those schools are easy target for the terrorist attack. All right, let us continue, sir, with professional and learning growth. Of course, yeah, by having this digital leadership, there are more information that we can get. I think if you look at your handphone, if you check news, you check information, there are millions of news that you can read, right? You just click, click, click. And then, of course, yeah, if you're alone, if you're single, you can spend a lot of time checking the news or any other things on the internet. But of course, yeah, when you have family, you have kids and everything like that, please do not do that most of the time. All right, of course, yeah, you need a good, you have to be a better communicator, all right, during this digital thing. Even though it is online, of course, yeah, by the way that we write, sometimes when we write our language, our mood, also it will reflect on the things that we write, right? The messages that we send in the WhatsApp, I mean, when we are angry, sometimes with our colleagues or our staff, and we put in the WhatsApp group, uh, that is not that nice also for others yeah, to read. And then, yeah, of course, the digital leadership, your public relation also, you can, of course, yeah, you can improve on that. And then I mentioned to you just now about branding, right? We unconsciously branding ourselves when we write messages and we put on the page, on the Facebook, on the Instagram, on the Twitter, or any other things that you put online. All right, because that shows ourselves. That is our brand that we are promoting us to others. And even right now, I'm talking to you. I'm branding myself also, right? So I hope that maybe HR Wale, maybe you can invite me one more time or not. You can decide after this. Maybe I'm suitable to give talk or not, right? So I'm trying to make branding of myself too. So yeah, by digital leadership also, yeah, of course, yeah, you are making a lot of opportunities, right? There are some lecturers who are becoming so famous by having these digital things and then giving this talk, webinar non-stop almost every day. And then there are so many other things coming in to do this and to do that for him. Next one, Aizza. So
opportunities
these are
for
the
what?
benefits. These are the benefit of that, sir. These are continuation. So these are the benefit of digital leadership, right? So automation, all right? Simplification, you simplify things, cost reduction, right? Actually, for example, with digital leadership, yeah, when we have webinar, when we have classes online, actually it is a cost reduction because the universities does not have to bear the cost of the aircon, the cost of electricity and other things. So actually it's cost reduction. And by having this, for example, the PhD student are actually encouraging people who want to do PhD or master to start doing it now because everything is online, right? For example, a student in Pakistan, they contacting me and want to do PhD with me. I encourage them to apply now because yeah, we can do it online. You don't have to come physically to Malaysia. Then you can save a lot of money. You can save money on the travel. You can save money on the living expenses. You can stay in Pakistan and you try to find a topic of research based on Pakistan stories or ideas or problems, and then we can do online thing, right? We can chat with through WhatsApp, and then maybe, but of course, yeah, sometimes it is effective, sometimes it is not. But international student or student who like to go and study overseas, this is the time because you can save a lot of money in terms of tuition fee. Maybe not, you still have to pay the same tuition fee, but in terms of the flight, you don't have to fly. And then in terms of the living expenses, you can stay at your home country, right? And you can continue working in your home country. Because nowadays students, from Pakistan, from India, from other countries also, from Saudi, they contacted me. They said, I don't have enough money. I said, when you don't have enough money, that would be a trouble if you come and stay and study in Malaysia. So better you stay over there and do everything online, right? Because students would like to come. I say that when you do PhD, you don't have to go and see the supervisors all the time. Yeah, maybe when you come here, you sometimes also you feel shy to meet supervisors once a week because there is not so much improvement that you have done to your writings. So it's better to do online, especially like this time. If students want to continue their PhD, I encourage them to do so and stay at your home country, right? And then continue working. When you continue working, you have the steady income, so you don't have to be worried that much. When you come, for example, I have one or two students also who come and study, and afterward, after 2 or 3 semesters, they started to say, I don't have money now to pay for my tuition fees and to pay for living expenses. I see that I advise them, Mr. Mahmood, I advise them, can you get the job back home? I have one story from my Pakistani student. I asked him, can you get a job in Pakistan? If you get a job, you can go home because your topic of study is also about Pakistan. And then we can chit chat, we can get information through to WhatsApp and everything like that. All right, so he followed my advice. So he went back. So he went back to Pakistan and he started working. So he has steady income. He has monthly income, so he has money to support the family. He has money to pay for tuition fee, and the most thing is that he can be with his family. I think which is very good. Also. All right. So speed to market, meaning that information can be reached very fast and then increase competitiveness, market advantage, and increase profit. Next one, Aizza. Next slide, Aizza. Okay, so these are the 7 disciplines of digital leadership. I think I just repeating myself. So next slide, Aizza. Okay, so this is the digital leadership. Of course, it's the strategy, innovation, people, and business, and the company vision, business model, value proposition is digital innovation, and under people transformation is digital workplace, like we are doing right now, learning culture and fire starter engagement. And then business transformation is customer centric, market disruption, and then digital process. And digital strategy is thought leadership, emerging technology, and omni channel. Next one, Aizza. I think this is a common thing. So these are the 9 doors to digital leadership. So when we are trying to do this digital leadership, maybe we need to have all this. That is business innovation, enterprise resource planning, team and business productivity, analytic and business insight, business and application integration, customer experience, compliance and business continuity, application management, and cloud and infrastructure management. I think I will discuss this next time, not during this session. Aizza, okay, next one, please. Okay, so these are the 4 profiles of successful digital executive, right? So during these digital things, there are, by one research, they found out there are 4 profiles of successful digitals. Someone can be called as network and catalyzer. Some other people can be called as insider expert. The next person can be called as innovation evangelist, and the next one is called as lone icebreaker. So let us look at the characteristic of these four types of successful digital executive. For network and catalyzer, they have strong interpersonal skills, right? So these people, they like to interact and get to know people. So they have large and helpful internal network, and they are very active support of other digital innovators within the company. So these are very active people with the networking, and then have many connections and very good with the internet thingy. So the insider expert, their profound strategic business knowledge and IT expertise, right? Their IT expertise, they have strong interpersonal skills, they have large and helpful internal networking, right? And then underdeveloped external networking, but they have a very good internal network, right? And they can serve as a digital innovator or as supporter of other innovators or both. Meaning that the insider expert, they're good with the interpersonal skills, right? They have large and helpful internal network, but maybe they are lacking with the external network. So the ones who are having very good external network, they are the other group. They are called as network and catalyzer. Maybe we can depend on them if we need for the external network. I think the director Sahab from HR Wale also have contacted Aizza in order to find somebody to be a speaker for today. And then I think Aizza has been trying to get someone to be the speaker for today a few times. And finally, Aizza reach me and then ask me if I'm possible, if I'm able to give a talk today. Right. So the next person, the next profile of successful digital executive, they have limited. It's called as innovation evangelist. They have limited strategic business knowledge and IT expertise. They're not as expert in IT, but they have strong interpersonal skills, and they have large and diverse external network. Right. Look at this group. Even though they have limited knowledge about IT, but they have large and diverse external network. So meaning that by the lacking characteristic of this group, they can depend on the insider expert, or they can depend on the network and catalyzer. Because not everyone can have all this at one time, right? Okay, the last one is called as lone, right? Icebreaker, right? It's very profound strategic business knowledge and IT expertise. They're very expert in IT, but they are underdeveloped external network. The external networking is not that good, right? And they are limited interpersonal skills, but they are very good with IT. So we have to take advantage of this group because they are very active digital innovator, right? Actually, sometimes people who are very good with IT, they are talking less, but they are doing, they know a lot of things about IT. So when we are lacking about something, with knowledge about something, we can go and see them and they can try to solve the issues for us. All right, so these four groups, also four profiles, they are supporting each other in one company. I think Mr. Director Sahab of HR Wale, definitely you can try to identify which employees falls under this, and then try to maybe create a team that they can work and provide to the improvement of HR Wale in the future. Next one, Aizza. All right. That's Of course, there are so many things to talk about digital leadership. Of course, within this short time, I would like, just now I mentioned that I would like to discuss only on two main topics, that is digital leadership, and also to increase soft skills during pandemic COVID-19, right? Because we usually, of course, people said we can increase our soft skill very much when we have this physical interaction, when we have physical classes, when we have physical meetings, because that is the real communication. But then, some people might be wondering how to increase their soft skills abilities during this pandemic, because everything is online, right? We don't meet other people as we used to, And then even students also, they are sometimes they would feel demotivated to follow online classes, because when physical classes they go and see friends, and they can go out from their houses, not only to stay in their room, right? For example, yeah, now I'm staying in my room. Yeah, I have been having my classes in the same physical room, in this room, and then sitting on the same chair, and then looking at the same environment in the room, right? So it will create the feeling of boredom. You feel tired easily, because yeah, you are confined in one space all the time, right? And it is the same time. So when students they go to classes, actually they are feeling happy or happier, because they meet friends. They change the classes, they change the lecture hall, and then they have breaks. And then when they have breaks, they go out and they chit chat, right? So when online, yeah, no breaks. Yeah, there is break. You can always take break during online, but then yeah, you are alone, or you just be with your family, right? Or sometimes also your family also do not want to disturb you that much. Or sometimes the family said, I want to say hi and hello, but then looking at you, looking at having classes, so everybody just keep quiet, right? Even in the same house. So yeah, those are the challenges, issues during this online thingy. But of course, yeah, some people said we can still increase our soft skills even during this pandemic COVID-19. Next slide, Aizza. So yeah, if you look at this slide, there are so many items, right? That is considered as soft skills. So if I look at uh, this social and then digital fluency, communication, leadership, assertiveness, conflict resolution, confidence, organization, friendly, listening, teamwork, problem solving, research, empathy, optimism, time management, digital fluency again, and then yeah, all these are considered as soft skill, and yeah, not to forget the empathy. Next one, Aizza. So what exactly are soft skill? Of course, yeah, the slide before, there are so many items or elements of soft skill, and this saying that we need balance, right? We need a balance between time management, networking, teamwork, creative thinking, and conflict resolution. So soft skills are personal attributes needed for success on the job, right? So when we are doing this online thing, the time management, the networking, yeah, networking, I think, yeah, during this online thingy, the networking is becoming better and faster, correct? I think everybody agrees on this, because yeah, everybody is just looking at handphone all the time, trying to connect with friends, right? So everything will become faster actually. When we need something, so we just WhatsApp our colleagues and get this and get that. Or our boss can easily contact us through WhatsApp or call us, right? Like before, when we do not have WhatsApp, I think the communication between the boss and us are lesser compared nowadays, because nowadays the bosses can easily WhatsApp us and ask us to do this and that, all right? Either in a group or individually. So at least by doing this, actually, it increased the teamwork, meaning that yeah, the bosses say, yeah, Ali, Ahmad, uh, Aizza, and Sadaf, you are doing this and that, da, 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 da. And the teamwork, actually, of course, yeah, it's a teamwork online, but we are still doing work. Isn't it a surprise that we still can do work even though we do not meet our colleagues that we used to meet every day at the office? I think some of us are surprised too that we still can do work at home, right? Even though we do not go to office, we still can achieve some target. We are doing things, right? And of course, creative thinking. I believe that yeah, when you are seeing things, a lot of things on online, you read a lot of things. It gives you new ideas of what to do this and what to do that. And of course, yeah, conflict resolution. This comes with experiences and with seniority. Maybe somebody can share with me stories of how to conflict resolution through online. Right, Aizza, next one, next slide.
Maybe we can add one more. maybe we can add one or two
What is
more, like
what
the
is that, sir?
problem solving
Definitely.
and decision making.
Yes.
Problem solving and
Then,
decision making.
yes, sir. There are so many things that we can add. Problem solving and decision making and many other things that we can add, right? So yeah, it's a good discussion also. If we have discuss with our student, or we want to discuss with our colleagues, and we just ask them, yeah, what do you think about this, and like that. All right. So the team spirit actually during online, um, yeah, of course, yeah, like this. We have never met before, right? This is our first time meeting each other through online. Yeah, of course, yeah, I met Aizza. Even though I met Aizza before this, we didn't talk, right? Even physically, but then yeah, we started to do things together when Aizza started to messaging me through WhatsApp, and then I started to get to know everyone who was sitting in the room, and I got to know Sadaf, I got to know, yeah, of course, yeah, Mr. Mahbub, the director Sahab, and Jawaira. Of course, I cannot see your face, Sadia, Arif, and everybody. But then it gives us good feeling, correct?
Mm.
I think if you are in the if
Yes.
you are in one room, if we're in one room, the feeling will not be like this. Because yeah, when you are in a room, if you are with a few people, of course, yeah, that people will interact with the others, and sometimes we don't have the chance to talk with all of us in the room, in the same room. Meaning, I mean, right? But at least like this, when we are online, the team spirit is higher because everybody is listening, everybody is concentrating, uh, and then it gives a good team spirit, right?
Yes.
Good. And then the self-confidence also, yeah, of course, yeah. When we have this, of course, yeah, the presenter must have a good self-confidence during this online webinar and everything like that. Because yeah, of course, yeah, I keep on saying that during this online webinar thing, you're talking to yourself, to the laptop, but by having this, yeah, I'm trying to have eye contact with everyone. But I think yeah, everybody's looking at their laptop, so yeah, we do not know the eye connection is which way, right? Like Sadaf, yeah, most of the time Sadaf is looking downward, and now Sadaf is looking at the camera, so we can have a good eye contact, like Aizza and something like that. All right, like Mr. Sahab and Mr. Mahbub, Director Sahab and Mahbub Sahab, and the madam at the back there. You are facing one direction. You are looking at the screen, I believe. So our eye connection are not that good because but then I see can see your face, which is very good. At least it can give boost self-confidence to me as a presenter, right? Because sometimes during classes, I will ask my student, if you do not want to reply back to my question, never mind, you can reply back by kindly smiling or just nod your head like this, up and down, or just give a thumbs up to show that you are following me, that I'm also following you. And also it gives me a boost of energy and confidence and motivation to keep on talking for the next 1 hour or 2 hours or so, right? So my student keep on showing me this or keep on smiling and keep on nodding so that I know that they are following me. Of course, yeah, by this communication, we are communicating, and with online, of course, yeah, the presenter need to talk a lot more about himself. Of course, yeah, assertiveness. The presenter definitely you have to be very assertive when presenting, right? And of course, yeah, the audience can be very assertive by asking question. And Mr. Mahbub have been showing that character of himself by being very assertive, asking question this and that, and by showing me that very serious face and something like that. All right. And Sadaf also now also showing that I'm interested of what you're saying. All right. It's also yeah. When we listen to webinar and we get new stories, we have new ideas of what people say. It just increase. Actually, it will increase our creativity and empathy at the same time. All right. Very good. Next one, Aizza.
This might be the only challenge of taking online class, that we do not maintain eye contact most of the time.
Yes,
That
definitely.
might be the negative. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you look at me also, you see me, I'm looking at one direction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at one direction, so
It's
we do
very
not
much
know are we
difficult to
making
maintain
eye
eye
contact or
contact.
not. So that is why it's very important to smile, right? To keep on smiling and then to not have, and then maybe to show this thumbs up to show that we are following the lectures. So that's why I keep on asking my students to do that. So I know that they are following me, and that way it will make me happy also at the same time. So yeah, so these are the 10 soft skills need training course. Yeah, of course, yeah, she's commenting. Next one, Aizza. Okay, this also, yeah, of course, everybody knows that the most important soft skill for workplace is attitude, communication, planning and organizing, critical thinking, interpersonal skills, teamwork, what is that? Professionalism and media rules, right? Okay, this is very common. I believe everybody have read and know about it. Can we move to the next one, Aizza? Okay, actually the soft skill depends on the task or job of somebody, right? For example, for IT, even though they are IT people, they are less communicator, they're less talkative, but they still need to have soft skill. For example, of course, yeah, the communication, they need to have listening skill, teamwork, leadership they must have, and then mentoring, flexibility, creativity, negotiation, presentation, and determination. Next one, Aizza. And of course, yeah, this clear communication, active listening skills come up again, and then self-control, positive outlook, assertiveness, and conflict resolution. That is the soft skill that people want from an employee. And next one, Aizza, I think I want to share. I think this is the most important thing that I want to share with all of you, or maybe something that bring new things and new ideas to all of you on how to improve your soft skills during quarantine. I get this article by browsing the internet. In terms of creativity, I think the article starts with a very nice statement. It says that when all of this is over, you can almost be certain that employers or your supervisor will ask how you spend your free time during quarantine. It has been 1 year already, from March 2020. Now it's already March 2021. When I read this article, I started to take a pen and a paper and I start to write down what have I done for the last 1 year by working from home, right? I think not so many of us have asked that question to ourselves. What have we done for the last 1 year by working from home, right? Yeah, of course, yeah. I was the hostel manager before. I was a lecturer, and I have been a hostel manager for 10 years at University Sains Malaysia. And I stopped doing that last October 2020. And I have been, yeah, even though it is work from home for all the lecturers, starting from March 2020 until the end of December, but I kept on going to the office hostel every day because I was the manager of the hostel. Yeah, things come up, and then of course, yeah, during that starting the pandemic, there are so many what do you call that, Aizza? So many
Unc-
yeah, the Malaysian,
uncertainties and like
correct, yes, yeah,
challenges
and then
we faced.
correct, yes, and then the student at the hostel, they are scared, and then they cannot
Yes.
go out. They have to be quarantined. It's total lockdown. Nobody is allowed to go out from the campus, stay in
Yes.
the hostel, and then when they want to buy food, and everybody is angry. Everybody say we don't have enough money, and the Malaysian government have been very kind enough by providing some financial some financial help to the student. So at USM, with the money given by the government and also by NGOs and by individuals, um, USM has given almost about 1,000 ringgit as a food coupon to all the students who are in the campus, who are staying in the campus. So yeah, I was distributing the coupon, maybe to Aizza also at that time. I didn't know her. Me and my student, we distributing coupons almost every 3 weeks, about 100 ringgit, 200 ringgit, and then the following week about 300 ringgit, and then the next week about 100. We don't give one lump sum because we
Yes.
have weeks. We have weeks so the student get their food coupon, and I'm not sure if all the international students can remember this when they go home. That
No,
the
actually, Prof, this is actually one of the things which is like one of the highlights and one of the the things I would actually like to appreciate about the USM, the administration and you itself. It was managed so well. Like I know, because being a part of the professional life, I know when it comes to the uncertainty, everyone is facing. The management itself is facing the uncertainty, but the way they pulled all these things together, be there for the students. Even we are not allowed to go out of outside USM, but there were a team of students, and I believe it was under your leadership, which actually that was there. Their number was with us. We can actually message them, and they were like they actually come to your door if you need help in that way. So
okay,
that was
right,
actually one of the impressive things I
correct,
have seen
okay,
in
right.
US.
Thank you so much. Of course, everybody was uncertain at that time, even though
Yes.
the COVID cases were very less at that time, but people were taking so much precautions and doing a lot of by following rules and regulation. But nowadays the cases are very high in Malaysia. Even yesterday, the new cases was 1,600, and a few weeks back we have about 5,000 plus new daily cases. Right, so the cases are becoming more, but people are becoming very free nowadays, going out here and there and then doing things. I think we just need to learn how to live with COVID-19. All right, so back to my slide. So when your
We
boss
used our
asks you,
time to watch Netflix movies and some Turkish dramas in quarantine and lockdown period. That is the best use of our time.
very good, sir. And then you spend more time with your family, right?
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course,
that's correct. That's correct.
yes. And then usually we eat lunch at the cafe at the campus, but now you eat lunch with your wife. The chapati and bread made by your made by your wife. All
It
right.
is some
So
sort of
when
date with wife.
correct, sir. So when your boss asks you, so what have you been done? Make sure that you have that you have some answers, right? So get in touch with your creative side, whether or not it's professional or not, it's up to you, right? So for example, the article suggests that you're taking a course in Photoshop, right, in order to make a better presentation. So expressing your creativity will tap into previously uncovered soft skills and widen your horizon. Next one, Aizza. And then persuasion, right? So you have to, of course, uh, persuasion is also one of the major soft skills that required. So you may already be working on this skill more than you think. Of course, you try to persuade your kids to eat. You try to persuade your kids to wake up in the morning to go to school, or try to wake them up. That is persuasion, right? So you argue with your kids to finish their schoolwork or homework, to finish food and everything like that. That is persuasion, actually, right? We are an expert of persuasion. Either it's successful or not, it depends. For example, Aizza also, she tried to persuade me
I was
to
successful.
give this talk earlier, but at that time, I was busy with the marking final exam, and there are a few students who are having their proposal defense and thesis defense. I was not able to do it earlier, right? So professionally, consider creating a plan for yourself and what you want out of your career during this time. Maybe you try to persuade yourself to do this and to do that and to improve yourself in many ways. All right, next one, Aizza, collaboration. Okay, because we are now easily connecting to each other, right? With WhatsApp, and then with Facebook, and then everything. So we get new friends, make friends, new friends also by doing this. And then actually, uh, how many of you believe that you have increased your friends during this pandemic thing? we have increased the number of new friends. Even though you don't, thank you, sir. Even though you don't go and meet people physically, but actually by having this online thing, at least you know, you get to know me today, right? And then you get to know
Yes.
me that that there is a Malaysian man who has a name almost like a Pakistani man,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
Anis Ali.
Yes. Yes.
Correct. Now you get to know a Malaysian man. My full name is Anis Janee Ali. Yeah. So yeah. So now we are doing collaboration also, right? I've never met you before,
Yes.
but now today we are doing collaboration. So actually, it has increased or widened our horizon of friends, of new friends, and also new connections. Not only in our country, but also all over the world. Right, Mr. Sadaf Ali Muso, now you get to know me, Mr. Satya Arif, right? So everybody, and Miss Jawairia, also, yeah, you get to know me. So we are collaborating, right? Maybe from this, after this, we can start to do a lot more project or other things that we can work and collaborate together.
Why not, sir?
Correct,
Why
sir?
not?
Yes, we can do that, inshallah. Before that, I forgot to mention to you, I am the founder of the ASEAN Future Leaders Summit. I have started this 8 years ago. So this ASEAN Future Leaders Summit, of course, is a physical meet where the students spend about 10 to 14 days in Malaysia, of course, and we accept the participants from all over ASEAN. Usually every year we have 160 participants coming from all over ASEAN countries to come and to join this summit. Because I think this is we have created a very good name for this summit because everybody is looking forward. If I did not mention to the audience when are we going to do that, so there are people who message me through Facebook and ask me when I'm going to organize this. Because of course, previously for the 7 years, we make it a physical summit, but last year we do it online. At first, I thought that it will not be so nice online, but of course, we cut the days. It's only 5 days, and because it's online, everybody will get tired easily. So our session is only for 3 hours per day, right? So by doing that, I think we still have 160 participants. No, we have increased that to 200 participants because it is online. But of course, with online there are so many challenges because people in Cambodia, people some part of Vietnam or some part of Indonesia and Philippines, and there we also have people from I think from Pakistan who join us, and then from India and from Madagascar. They have some connection issues, and then because of time difference, right? Oh yeah, talking about time difference. Because we are from other countries, we need to be aware of time difference also. When Aizza gave me the poster and Aizza put 11:30 until 1 o'clock, I thought it was the Malaysian time. And then I started to realize this about 3 or 4 days ago and asked Azia, the time is Pakistani time, right? And then I just say, it's 2:30 p.m. In Malaysia time and 11:30 a.m. in Pakistan. I say, wow, it's Sunday afternoon. My mood could not be that good. But Alhamdulillah, I keep on, I'm okay with this. I keep on smiling by looking at all the audience, and we have a good connection. So I believe that, by during this quarantine, and then we are doing this, even though it is online meeting or webinar, we have increased our collaboration. And thank you to Aizza, and then thank you to MBR, HR Wale for inviting me to give this talk. I
Thank
hope
you
it will
so much
be fruitful to everyone.
for
Because
honor.
I'm talking about very simple topic. I hope it will be fine because it's Sunday afternoon. Good. Next one, Aizza. Next slide. Adaptability, of course, we need to be adaptive during this quarantine in many ways. We need to adapt working from home. We need to adapt by working from home. They are our kids who are supposed to be at school, but they are with us at home. So they are making noises, blah, blah, blah. and we are trying to do work or we are trying to do meeting, right? So we are adapting ourselves in every single way. And then so many people or employees who have been laid off. Especially, we can see that people from the airline companies like Malaysia Airline, like Asia, have been laying off thousands of employees. So these people need to adapt also, right? Those who have stopped working, those who are working, still working, but then they have less colleagues in the office, and the situation is different. Even at the airport, it's very quiet. Or even when we go to our campus, also it's like a dead town, right? It's a dead town, cowboy town. When I go to campus, also it seems like nobody. Even though in the campus we still have students staying in the campus, we have about 2 to 3,000 students still in the campus. But when you enter the campus, I could hardly see anybody walking in the campus because everybody tried to do online thingy in their room, and the students also do that, and the lecturers are in the class in their own office doing their online thingy also. All right, so we need to adapt and adjust. Right, even though the cases of COVID are increasing every day, but we still need to go outside and do things and adjust ourselves. Right? Good. And next one, Aizza, the next slide. And emotional intelligence. All right. Of course, with this, during this online, actually, unconsciously, we are not aware that we have increased our emotional intelligence, right? So, for example, empathy. Yes, we have developed our empathy, and then we try to, maybe if we have when we have extra time being alone, or at room in the same room, and we are doing a lot of listening, we are doing a lot of talking, that actually have increased our emotional intelligence. Actually, can we see the next slide, Aizza? All right, so people with high emotional intelligence, they are being assertive, right? Yeah, ambitious, they have high drive, they are strong will and being decisive. And people with high emotional intelligence also, they are warm, they are enthusiastic, right? They are sociable, and they are charming, they are persuasive. And people with high emotional intelligence, they are patient, and it shows during our starting of our webinar, right? Our Zoom meeting. I have problem with the sound system, and everybody was still showing me the passion to stay put, even though I was trying to do this and that for 20 minutes. So we started 20 minutes late, but everybody showed very high, uh, good quality of patience, and still want to listen to my talk, right? And then high emotional people are stable, very predictable, and very consistent, and we are very good listener. As what we are doing right now. All of us are very good listener. We are trying to listen. Uh, of course, during webinar, during online classes, you need to be a very good listener. Uh, of course, sometimes when I follow webinar, like 3 hours webinar, that's actually too long. I can concentrate only for the first hour, and then after that, I say I cannot follow anymore. I just on that, and then I just started doing other things. And high emotional intelligence people are detailed, right? Are careful, are meticulous, are systematic, and they are neat people, right? I believe the director of HR Wale Sahab, and also Mr. Mahmud Sahab also, Sahib, you agree with this, right? With all the characteristic with high emotional intelligence people. You agree with that, Sadaf, Qureshi, and Sadaf,
Yes,
Alim?
sir.
Yes, and Jawaira, of course, to be high emotional intelligence and to have, it is not that easy also. Yeah, it comes with experiences. You have to compose yourself, and everything need to be good in the whole life. So during this pandemic, it could be a little bit more challenging to have high emotional intelligence, but we try to keep what we have, what we already have in our side, right? So we try to make it better and try to make it stable, and try to be consistent. All right, Sadia Arif, I cannot see the video of Sadia Arif. I cannot get the, I don't know the name of the madam who was sitting behind you, Mr. Mahmud Sahib.
She's Miss Asma.
That is Miss Asma. Okay.
Yeah, she's sitting at the back of Sir
All right,
Mahmood.
that is Miss Asma. Alhamdulillah, very good. I think, yeah, I have only a few slides left. Aizza. Okay, this is my last slide actually. Well, yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I tried to make it short, and I hope, yeah, everything is good. It is, I have discussed a very common topic with all of you, and most of you believe that the topics are very general. You have read this, you have heard about this before, but at least, yeah, by sharing this again, it can improve our soft skill and our digital leadership qualities. Right. Thank you so much. Back to you, Aizza. If somebody have question or to discuss, yeah, maybe I will not answer the question. I will ask, yeah, somebody else to answer the question for me from my side. All right,
Sir,
good.
thank you very much.
Thank you
Sir,
so much, Sir Anis. It
sir,
was a wonderful session, and I really appreciate that you've taken out time for all of us, and it was a great session. Thank you so very
yes, sir.
much.
Thank you very much, sir, that you gave us your precious time. And session was very interactive and informative as well.
Thank you so much.
This is Javeria.
Javeria, thank you so much, madam. I cannot see your face, but
Sir,
it's okay.
I have two questions.
Oh,
Number
too
one,
many. I will
how
ask somebody else to answer for me.
yeah,
Yes,
how
Mahmoud
a
Sahib.
low emotional intelligent person can be converted into high emotional intelligence.
Wow.
What would be the techniques for a career counselor?
Right.
Number one.
Okay. Let me answer this first, Mahmoud Sahib.
Okay,
So Mahmoud
would
Sahib.
be great. Would be great.
First, the person with low emotional intelligence needs to be aware by himself. Right. That is the first thing.
Okay.
Or you can identify people who have low emotional intelligence. Right. Can you identify somebody like that when you see someone and then the way that they talk, the way that they sit? um, they could be timid, they could be shy, they could not having this eye contact. These are people with the quality or characteristic of low emotional intelligence qualities. So these people, if they have identified themselves that they have low emotional intelligence, they need to be aware and they try to improve themselves. So how they can improve themselves? Actually, yeah, of course, yeah, through readings, right? The easiest simple thing is through reading, right? They need to read things that can motivate them to improve, right? By having this positive
Great.
thinking after the reading and then things like that, it will help them to improve themselves. And another thing is that they need good friends. They need good friends like you who have high emotional intelligence to guide them, to guide them and to be as a role model, right? So
Thank
somebody
you for the
who have high.
compliments, sir. For the
Yes,
compliment.
most welcome, sir. Those who have high emotional intelligence, you know yourself, right? You know yourself that you have good qualities that you can be role models to others. So that is why lecturers, you are the role models for your students. Because I believe, yeah, most of the lecturers have high emotional intelligence, and you have to be good role models to your student because the student look up at you. Even though the student don't come and talk to you, actually they admire you so much, right? During classes and oh yeah, when they come and meet you, they really admire you. They see you as a person that they can follow, right? So we as the role model, even though we do not know that person is trying to be a better person in terms of emotional intelligence, but by practicing good things, by showing off to others that we practice high good emotional intelligence, maybe people can follow us, right? So it has to be
Right.
like two ways. We who knows that we have high emotional qualities, we can be good role model to others, and those who have think that they have this low emotional intelligence, they have to, yeah, of course, yeah, they need to improve by themselves. And maybe if we can see somebody with these low qualities, maybe we can help them. I have handled so many cases where the student tried to commit suicide in USM, and these students who have depression, who are trying to kill themselves, these are the students who have low self-esteem and low emotional intelligence. Actually, uh, of course, yeah. When you identify these people, when you know this, maybe you can WhatsApp them and ask them what are the situation, and ask them to come and see you once in a while. I'm not sure if you have had this experience before, Mr. Mahmood, where students try to commit suicide or they're being depressed because they need people to be their role model, right? They need people to talk. Maybe by showing that you're putting some care, you are trying to show that you care about them a little bit, and try to find if friends, and try to find their friends who can be with them, and try to talk with them, and then I think that that is a good thing. To have a good role model is very important in order to increase the emotional intelligence. Yes, sir. That's my
Great.
answer for your question one.
Wonderful. So, so kind of you, sir. Wonderful answer. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm
Most
extremely
welcome.
sorry for asking many questions from you
No problem.
because there
I
is
will ask
another one
somebody
for
else.
you as well.
I will ask somebody else to answer the next question. Yes, sir.
That would be the last question from my side.
Okay.
We have been heard or studied that around 70% of the population on the earth are
Mm-hmm.
on the wrong career or at wrong place, currently
Okay.
working at wrong place, more than 70% of the population. How
Okay.
a career counselor can help by not increasing this number, whether it will be helpful for them to decrease that number, how a career counselor
Okay.
can help on it.
All right.
Thank you from my
So
side.
good.
That will
Okay.
be the
Thank you,
end
sir.
of my questions.
This thing happened actually when, yeah, of course, yeah, he has asking for help, right, from the counselor, correct? Meaning that he know that he himself is in the wrong place at the beginning, at the first place. Well, actually, sir, that is our nasib. That is, yeah, is that nasib in Urdu? Yeah. That is khoda and khoda, right? Of course, yeah, everybody wants, we have this job, but we always dream we want to do something, this and that, right? We have this, but we keep on, yeah, dreaming, keep on thinking that, okay, maybe I would be better doing this and that, right? Like Jack Ma said that, I couldn't recall the exact word. Jack Ma said that when you are 20, when you are in your 20s, you have to study hard, and then when you are in your 30s, you have to be expert in your field. When you are in your 40s, you have to lead. When you are in your 50s and 60s, with the knowledge that you have to try to help others and share your knowledge, and then try to push those who are in their 30s and 30s to be the leader, because they have a lot of energy, and try to share your knowledge, your wisdom with them, so that they can be better than us, right? So yeah, I don't have the exact answer for that. How not to how not to increase that
Thank you.
70%
Thank you so much.
population on the wrong place. But I think the youngsters, I think now this is much better, because yeah, with this online thingy, the youngsters, they can access so many things. I believe nowadays in Malaysia there are so many young people, even before the age of 20, they have become millionaires
Oh,
because they have started their business, right? They have started their online business because this online thing give them opportunities, because they are so good with online thing. They spend so much time looking at their handphone, so they get information. They started doing business, do this and that. And I think the youngsters now, they are reaping the good things of this online thing, right? And I believe they are happy with that. And with those who are not so good with the online thingy, maybe we have our place somewhere on earth, right? Of course, yeah, here and there we don't feel happy about it, but inshallah, we try to make the best that we can with our life and with our work. I believe that the director of HR Wale Sahib, you have better answer for that.
Yes, we have a lot of answers for that thing. But thank you so much for giving us your time, valuable time and information which you have shared with us. It has some points in it, and Alhamdulillah, we have learned major areas as well, where you have directed ourselves towards digital leadership, and this is the future, and we have to opt and we have to learn this leadership, and we have to make our thoughts, our direction towards digital things in terms of. Miss Asma is with us. Mashallah, she is a behavioral psychologist and psychologist as well. She has a vast experience related to a specific field. She has a question for you. So I'm directing towards Miss Asma.
Yes, madam.
As you know, I'm a psychologist and I'm listening you from the beginning. Sir, actually my internet is not working properly. That's why I can't link you on the same page. I'm from here. I'm telling you one question that what are the short-term goals for the digital marketing? Is that 7 steps which you elaborate in your slides? Digital, yes, it's about the digital leadership. And what are the short-term goals we put in forward to enhance our YouTube channel or any other platform? What are the short-term goals for that?
I couldn't get the.
Actually, she wants to ask that what could be the short-term goals which can build easy wins in digital leadership role. So that is she is asking for. What could be your recommendation to include in short-term goals?
Short-term goals of what, Sir Sahib?
To become a good digital leader.
Okay, to become good digital leaders. Actually, there are no short-term goals, right? If we look at the slide just now, if Aizza can show back the slide, Aizza.
Yes, Prof.
Okay. Right. Okay. Maybe this is the one, Madam Asma, because I didn't discuss with you. First, these are the 7 disciplines of digital leadership, right? So first, have a sound digital strategy that connects and communicates who they are online. Meaning that we need to find the correct digital strategy, right? People are doing a lot of things nowadays. Yeah, maybe Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and a lot of other things. And yeah, maybe one person is comfortable with one thing only, right? But if you look at I'm talking about the young businessmen in Malaysia who are doing online. They're using Instagram, they're using Twitter, they're using Facebook, and all other platforms in order to promote their business, right? And the second one, okay, they have developed a detailed content plan, meaning that when you want to promote things, right, you must have a good content,
Okay.
right? Online, you must put nice pictures, nice information, so with nice words, so people will be very attracted in order to get your product or something like that. All right. So they have learned how to use
Can this
social media.
7 disciplines become hello? Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
can these 7 disciplines and our short-term goals? Can we set them as a short-term goals?
Yes. This can be a short term. All of these are short term, ma'am. All these 7 things, discipline are short term, right? Because you can do it instantly. For example, the social media, right? And then the branding, the visual and videos. These are short term. You can do right away in order to get attraction from people, right? And then there is alignment with their website, their content and strategy, and their sales funnel, meaning that they have a nice website, and then in that website they have a good content, right, in the website, and they have good strategy on how to get new customers and also to maintain customers to buy more, right? And then they have established and continue to develop a sales funnel that is continuous and always working for their business, right? And
Right,
then
sir.
the last one, they realize that advertising and analytics is critical for their long-term success, right? After they have done all these six for short term, and then advertisement and doing this analysis, right, is very critical for their long-term success. So all the six steps are for short term, and advertising and doing analysis from time to time is very critical for long-term success. All right, Madam Asma?
Okay,
All right,
thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
you're most
It was
welcome.
very informative and to the point slides. If you can elaborate these points more nicely, then we can understand more about this. But thank you so much for your guest appearance and for your information and all your PPTs. It was a good session. Thank you. Allah Hafiz from my
All
side.
right. Thank you so much, man.
I hope there is no more questions because Dr. Anis has already suggested that next question, ask someone else to take it.
I'm okay, Aizza. I'm enjoying this session.
Thank you, Aizza. Thank you, Aizza.
That's good. However, Miss, if you were asking for the elaboration, because I am actually one of the, the generation which love to be online. So I would just suggest one brief thing from my personal experience. Each social media platform requires a different strategy. Like LinkedIn, there is a different way to promote things there. Facebook, it has a different way. Instagram, it has a different way. I don't know if Pakistan still have access to the TikTok, but it has its own ways. And the key skill I have learned while doing this is to collaborate. Like for instance, you collect 2-3 influencers of same platform having the same interest, and you share each other content. This is the most fastest and the easiest thing I have found so far. So if you want to go ahead and you want to do it, you can do it. And yes, content quality matters. The audience for which you are creating, it's very important. The people who has the same taste should be a follower. Otherwise, you will not be able to find very good followers.
Thank you, Aizza. You are too good. And I want to make a friendship with you.
Follow me on Instagram.
Follow me. Wow, you got. We got a new friend, right? Excellent. Thank you so much, Aizza. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you, Dr. Anis Sahib. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. So I think this is the time to say goodbye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I would like to say thank
Sir,
you
goodbye.
to everyone,
Allah Hafiz.
especially to the director of HR Walai. Sahib, thank you so much for inviting me. Today I'm making new friends. I'm making new friends from Pakistan, and I always I have so many students from Pakistan already who are doing masters and PhD with me for the last many years, and until now and now I'm making more friends from Pakistan. Of course, Mr. Mahbub Sahib, thank you so much for being assertive and asking me the question. I think by looking at you physically also, I know that you are a very highly assertive person. And I hope that you can be a good role model. I hope you can be a good role model to everyone, all right? To your student, to your family members, and to everybody, so that they can follow you how to be a person with high emotional intelligence. And to Mr. Director HR Wale Sahib, thank you so much. You look so calm and composed. And to everyone in the room, was so nice to meet you and everyone in this Zoom meeting. Jawai, Madam Joyra, Satya, Arif. Oh, we're missing somebody already. And then, yeah, thank you
Yeah,
so much.
Mr. Joel and Miss Kiran Sahaba is also there here, mashallah.
Right.
They also.
Okay, all right.
Thanks. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Assalamu
you.
alaikum warahmatullah.
Thank you so much also to Aizza. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum
Thank-
assalam.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah
Allah
Hafiz.
Walaikum assalam and Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, everyone.
Thank you. Allah Hafiz. Thank you, Aizza. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much. I'm really thankful.
Thank you.
You
Thank
did
you.
an excellent job. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you for giving the opportunity. Allah Hafiz.
ये मेरा